If you take pride in your PC gaming setup, then chances are you want a fantastic desktop wallpaper to really help it stand out. If you follow this channel, you've no doubt seen the numerous moving wallpapers that are used throughout. And it's not only cool to look at, but it can really help add that little bit extra flair to really complete the look of your setup. Now this is of course all controlled and handled with something called Wallpaper Engine, and this is available on Steam, and I've already done a video that shows what it is, how it works, and how to configure everything, and if you do want to find that video, it's available in the top right hand corner of the screen. But I wanted to go a little bit further than this and actually show you what my favourite wallpapers are, because everyone is always asking, and it seems like something I can do quite simply, and something that I think a lot of you will actually really appreciate. Kicking things off, I'm actually a huge fan of the minimal approach, and this is where Dark Blue Galaxy really hits the nail on the head. Movement is subtle, and it's got a very relaxed blue theme that's very easy to stare into, and if you're someone that sits on your desk while maybe doing other things, it's great because the overall mood is very calm. It does use a darker palette, so it won't scream at the display for taking photographs, but it's definitely worth checking out for something that's a bit more relaxed and minimal. Following on from this, there's the classic Firewatch wallpaper, and here it gets a gentle animation with a soft lighting glow and a very slow spread of fog that neatly drifts in from the bottom of the screen. It's rather two-dimensional, quite flat, so I find that the desktop UI actually rests against it very cleanly. And speaking of which, a little handy hint if you didn't already know, is that you can easily hide icons on your desktop by right-clicking View Show Desktop Icons, and then this will toggle them on and off. Now the wallpaper you've probably seen more than anything else on this channel, because it looks fantastic in photographs and video, is the Rise of the Tomb Raider theme. Now this one comes in the 16:9 4K format, but it's actually very easily chopped down to ultra-wide, and as such is going to be very versatile. It doesn't really matter what display you've got, I think it's going to work. I love the colour palette here, it really works for the setup that I'm using, but regardless, all the elements are pin sharp, and I really like how discreet the movement of the hair is, and how this contrasts then with the heavy snowfall and the glowing flare. Now another favourite of mine would have to be the Star Wars 4 Stages theme. A fine piece of artwork that gets more and more interesting the more you look at it. There are 4 sections and they each tell a different story, and again the format can be manipulated to play nicely with ultra-wides. The attention to detail is just exquisite here, and as far as I'm concerned it is a must try. It's worth noting that you can add any and all of these to a fully rotating playlist that will then refresh your setup with a new desktop wallpaper as regularly as you like. Now despite the lack of any Halo games really reaching the PC recently, that hasn't stopped people making plenty of Halo wallpapers. Master Chief artwork uses symmetry and gradual colour gradients to really create an enticing wallpaper, and despite the larger amount of added effects here, it doesn't actually overpower the icons, nor Master Chief himself. The colour scheme is a little bit unusual though, so it might not match every single setup out there, but it's certainly worth a try. If you are in this camp and you want something that's perhaps easier to integrate, then arguably my favourite wallpaper for you would be Transistor. Blue works with almost any theme, and it's minimal enough to let the rest of your setup talk, but loud enough to make your display look its best. Even if you haven't played the game, this one is a real winner, and it's perfect for taking Instagram shots, so be sure to give it a go. Now my most recent addition has been used quite a lot, and for good reason, it looks incredible. This one is dubbed the Indestructible Hulk, and while it's very red, it's great for lower lit environments, and whenever you want to really focus in on that monitor. Quite how it's been animated so well, I will never know, and to say it's realistic almost wouldn't be doing it justice. If you're after something that's perhaps a bit more shouty than the rest, then this one definitely gets the seal of approval from me. In at number 8, we have the Animated Ruiner. Another very red background, but perhaps something a little more discreet. The backdrop itself is very static, but the Deviant gets jolted and electrified, while its helmet rotates with some rather unpleasant statements. It looks awesome though, especially when you nail the room lighting. Getting back to blue for a moment though, and we can look at my favourite game in recent years, The Witcher 3. This Geralt wallpaper looks fantastic on ultra-wide displays and 16:9, and it's much calmer than most in this list. I absolutely adore this background for shooting, as it's very unobtrusive while still making me smile every time I look at it. There are loads of Geralt wallpapers out there, but I think that this would be my pick of the lot so far. Which leads us on nicely to the final wallpaper in this list, Dark Souls. Again, there are plenty to choose from, but this one really resonates with me thanks to the scale of the image. Yep, dragons are big and they're really not to be messed with. I really love the Dark Souls series. Yes, it caused me a great deal of pain, and the save actually corrupted 35 hours into Dark Souls 2, but we don't talk about that. Whenever this wallpaper is loaded though, I forget about all of that, and I just can't help but want to dive straight back in. So those are my favourite wallpapers that are available on Wallpaper Engine. But the real question goes out to you. What are your favourites? What have I missed? What does your playlist consist of? Let me know, and I'm sure I will make another video that will go through all of your favourites. So if there's something you want to share or you just want to shout out, let me know in the comments below and we can start making some lovely wallpaper setup goodness together. Doesn't that sound cool? If you want to be part of that, get subscribed for more videos just like this. Hit the like button to let me know that you've enjoyed this video. And as I say, leave any comments you have down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.